is up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Franca and I'm glad you're here. Today, we're reading the next book in the Throne of Glass series, Empire of Storms. I have a feeling I know what this is about, but honestly, I love the cover art in this. So, without further ado, let's get right into the book. Alrighty, I'm about, I think, 100 pages in. I'm 100 pages in to Empire of Storms. I have no idea where this is going, but so far, crazy. Elaine has ventured back to T-Town, which is what I've been calling it because I have no idea how to pronounce it. So she's ventured back. Now that there hasn't been a queen or king for a really long time, the lords that have survived are in charge, which crazy. But one of the lords was like, actually, I had all the lords sign this, and we don't think you're fit for queen, and you have to get our approval to be queen. So she can't even claim her throne, which is crazy. But she's still trying to defeat Erwan, I think it was. I don't know, the Demon King, who is taking over Parrington. But apparently, I guess maybe he changed bodies because he got tired of Duke Parrington. I don't know. What else happened? Okay, so then, Erwan had his witches. He had Mana attack, Ardalan, I think it's called. Something, I don't know. They need to stop making all these places so hard to freaking pronounce. So they had the witches attack, and the Yellowlegs fleet got there first, and they were supposed to bow down. They were supposed to bow down to Mana because she's wing leader, but they got there first. So they got there first, they could do whatever they wanted. And as soon as Mana came, they had to concede to her. And so they started attacking and they were trying to off the prince, which is what they were supposed to do. But Manal's like, I can't kill him. So she spares his life. He is like, come help our cause. So I think what's going to happen is she's going to realize she doesn't want to be on this side of the war. And she is going to go help Dorian and Elaine. And Elaine is going back to Skull's Bay, which, if you remember from Assassin's Blade, she caused kind of a ruckus there. So I don't know if the Skull Pirate King or whatever the heck his name was, I don't remember, if he's gonna actually side with her, but I think he's going to, and they're gonna have like a little fight about it. But then I think they're gonna go to war with Erwan, and then the other point of view is Elaine, I don't know. I don't remember what the heck her name is. The nursemaid's daughter, Lorcan, who is like one of Maeve's little minions, is following her and they're getting attacked by these beasts. But the nursemaid's daughter has one of the wayward, whatever the heck they're called, the keys. She has one of the keys, and she's supposed to give it to Selena, which she got from Catalina. And there's so many things are happening. I hope this makes sense. But yeah, she's supposed to give it to Selena, but she doesn't know Selena is actually Elaine. So Manat told her, go to the north. Go to the north. Elaine will help you. So I wonder if she's even gonna get there. I wonder if Larkin's gonna notice that she has one of the keys and that his is fake. And then he's gonna be real pissy. But let's keep reading and find out what happens. Alrighty, as always, I cannot remember what the heck I said about this book. I'm on page 300. So much stuff is happening. It's actually crazy at this point. So Elaide, I think that's the nursemaid's daughter's name, but I could 100% be wrong. She is traveling to the north, and then she finds someone who's stalking her. You know who it is? Lorcan. I think that's his name too. I don't know. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, ignore it. She finds him, and then these demon things attack them, and they're like scary beasts, whatever, right? And so Lorcan protects her, and then she runs off, and another demon thing appears. So she lies to it. She's like, oh, I'm on my way to hunt someone, and he can smell like her witch heritage on her. So he lets her go, and she tricks him. So then they run off, and now they're in this like carnival thing to get through to T-Town. Lorcan's still trying to chase the keys. Meanwhile, Manon's POV got so interesting. Oh my god. So Duke Parrington told them, I need you guys to go raid the King of Ardalan, whatever the heck it's called. Get my castle back and break down that stupid wall that Elaine put up. So they do just that. The yellow legs get there first. Manon, I don't remember if I said this before. I think I did, but I have no idea. But Manon saves the king and offs one of the yellow legs. And then Urksha, I think her name was, could smell that she like killed a witch. So Manal's like, oh, she was trying to take my prize from me. It was my prize. So I had to offer. And she's like, because she got in my way, the king got away. When in fact he got away because she saved him. So Urksha runs back to Manal's grandmother and was like, you won't believe what this girl did. So the witches are like, oh, you have to play. The witches are like, the high witches or whatever, like you have to pay with blood. So the blue blood, I think that's what it was, the other heir that she saved during like the games was like, well, I think we shouldn't take wing leader away from her, like we shouldn't off her because she saved my life, right? So she defends her, and her grandmother or mom or whatever was like, yeah, I stand by that. So then her grandmother So then Minna's grandmother goes, you'll pay in blood, but not with your blood. And I kill Estrian, whatever the heck her name is. Astrian, I don't remember what her name was. Her second, who's like her bestie, and her cousin, which we learned her grandmother doesn't like because Estrian or what, Astrian, I think her name is. I don't know. The more I say it, the more annoyed I'm gonna get at the fact that I don't know how to pronounce it. But oh my god. Astrian fell in love with a human and got pregnant. So then the matron hid this from Manon, didn't tell her. So she's been dealing with this her whole by herself. The matron tried to off her, and the 13 saved her. So Manon's grandmother hates this girl. So she's like, yep, I'm gonna off her. And then Manon, when she was about to off her, was like, oh, I plead this right that she dies by my sword. So Manon's getting ready to off her, and then she doesn't. She attacks her grandmother, and the 13 get to safety. And so then Manon's grandma tries to kill her and reveals that Manon's dad is a Cochrane witch, which is like their mortal enemy. So she has Cochrane blood in her. And so she has Cochrane blood in her. And he's like, you're their queen, blah, blah. So I have a feeling she's going to go run to the Cochranes and be like, I need your help. And then she's going to rally with Elaine and Dorian. So that's it. Now Manon has been split away from the 13th. The 13th are somewhere safe. But Manon's like in the middle of nowhere with her wyvern, whatever. And then this girl chases her, and apparently Duke Parrington sent her, but I don't know what the heck she is or where the heck she came from. She has not been mentioned this entire time, so I don't know much about her. And then in Elaine's point of view, what happened? She went and got hold of this like ancient temple or whatever that was for these people who had like sea dragons or monsters or whatever. And as you can see from the artwork, which makes sense now, and she freed the temple. It's now under her control. She got it away from the demon guards. So then she met Rowan and Dorian in Skulls Bay, which I love that it goes full circle, because then she has to deal with the pirate lord who she ruined his deal, so he wants nothing to do with her, but full circle. So she took hold of that thing because she knows he's an ancestor of the people who used to have dragon or sea dragons or whatever. So she's like, that's my bargaining chip. But you know who else is there? Two of Maeve's little, whatever the heck they're called, her little servants who used to work with Rowan. One of them of which is Elaine's cousin's dad. So they think that they can get him to work on their side if he knows that that's his son. What else? So they're kind of just like bargaining at this point. And Elaine convinces them that they have to help her while they're here, but those two were sent to kill Lorcan because those two were sent to off Lorcan because he decided to go on his own little journey and supposed to help Maeve, but Maeve's mad at him. And then oh my god, so much happened. Jesus. When she was at that temple, Brennan, whatever the heck his name is, the old king or whatever, like, came to her in a vision, told her to go to Elwyn? I don't know, wherever the heck Nehemia was from. Find out that Maeve sent a bunch of ships there, and also Duke Parrington is sending people there because they're trying to get this lock, and apparently this lock is the only thing that can put the keys back into the portal. So now Elaine's gonna have to go there and get that lock before they do. So I feel like a war is coming, slowly but surely. And that is all I can remember at this point. So we'll keep reading and see what happens. I'm on page 400. I really need to start doing this right after I read the pages. What was I gonna say? Oh, I wanted to read this. I wanted to finish reading this on the 31st. It is currently 1 a.m. on February 1st. I wanted to finish this because I want to read 6 books every month. Because I wanted to read 6 books every month. Because stupid Goodreads decided they're not going to tell me if I'm on track anymore. They said you can get as far behind as you want. So my reading goal this year is 70 books. Last year it was 60. I got like 65 last year, I think. So I'm aiming for 70. And by my calculations, if I read 6 books every month, I think I end up at 72. So that's the goal. So I have 5 already read, but this would be my 6th. And I'm like halfway through. So hopefully if I finish it on the 1st, it'll count maybe, just because it's like a bigger book. And then in February we'll read some short books because February is a short month. But back into the book. What happened? So like the pirate lord and his people that I guess used to live in T-Town, his ancestors, said that they wouldn't come back until the sea dragons came back. So Lysandra posed as a sea dragon because she's a shifter and tried to rally all the people because Elaine summoned the demon people for some reason, and then she was going to use her magic to destroy them, and then her magic linked with the key, and then she almost destroyed the town because do you think her name was Deanna? I don't know. One of the gods took over her body, and then Rowan saved the day, and what else happened? Oh, and then they're sailing to Nehemia's town, and all of a sudden there's a wyvern in the sky, a singular wyvern. Do you know who it is? Mana. Mana's on the back of her wyvern, and she's like almost. So her wyvern, she told her wyvern, "Fly us to safety." And you know where her wyvern brought her? To Lane. So now she's with them. So I guess she's on their side now. Oh, and Lorcan, I think his name is, found out that Alade, I think that was her name. I don't remember. I really should, but I don't. Found out that Alade was lying to him because she gave him her mom's name, Marion. So he thought that was her name. And then these beast creatures came to get her. And then he's like, "You're lying to me, blah blah blah." She's like, "Actually, I'm royalty." So I think they're and Lorcan was like, "Oh, I want her to ask me to stay." So I think Alade, I swear I call all these people something different the more I say their names. So I think Alade and Lorcan are gonna travel together to T-Town because they found out Elaine's not in T-Town. She's elsewhere. She just magically elsewhere. So she's going to Nehemia's town because she thinks that's where she is. So I think her and Lorcan are gonna go together. And I think her and Lorcan are gonna fall in love. And I also think Dorian and Manon are gonna fall in love. And Lysandra and Elaine's cousin, whose name isn't Aiden, but I've been calling him Aiden, are gonna fall in love because she got hurt because they had sea wyverns in that battle and she got badly hurt. And to get her to come out before she shipped, he was like, "I'm gonna marry you one day." So they're definitely gonna fall in love. And I think that's all of my love pairings together. Oh, Aiden met his father, Gravel. I know that's not his name, but we've got Charcoal, Gravel. At this point, I don't know what their names are. But he met his dad and he was like, I want nothing to do with you, blah blah blah. My mom was was off because she didn't want to go get help, so Maeve couldn't get a hold of me, and you work for Maeve and blah blah blah. So I think there's also this other guy. His name starts with an F, but I can't remember what it is, who's also there with Gravel. I think they're gonna defect to Elaine's side. All of Maeve's little gang or whatever. So that's that, I think. I'm gonna keep reading and we'll see what happens. Alrighty, I'm about 550 pages into this now. As you can tell, we've had a nail change. Now they kind of match the book. They're just purple sparkles. What happened? Lorcan and Alade have now reached Elena and her little gang. There was also a group of 500 Elkin, I don't know how you pronounce it, which is like the creatures that they were making in Wrath, I think it is. Elaine offed them all. And then when Lorcan met up with them, um, the two little guard people of Maeve, who were sent to off him, obviously went to go attack, and then one of them bit. They were in like their animal form, so a lion and a wolf, and the wolf accidentally bit Alade because Alade went to go save Lorcan. And so then Lorcan was pissed, so the lion, who's Aiden but not Aiden's dad, was like, take down your shield, I'll help her, you can fight it out with guy whose name starts with F. Oh, the lion's name is Gravel. And so then Rowan stopped it and said, because they're under, the lion and the wolf are under oaths, that they have to do what Maeve said, and Maeve said to off Lorcan. So Rowan was like, to keep them from their oath, was like, oh, if you off them right now, if you off either of them right now, they're under our protection, and you will start a war. So I guess that's their way around doing it. It doesn't prevent the oath they made to Maeve, but it prolongs it, so they can't do it in their vicinity, I guess, and they're still traveling with them. So now they're trying to get this lock, and that's about it. Alright, I just finished Empire of Storms, and I am so unbelievably mad right now because what the heck was that ending? I have a feeling that they're obviously gonna save her because now she's in Maeve's control. Selena was out here getting everyone. Selena slash Elena was out here rallying all the troops. So she got a whole bunch of people to fight for T-Town, whatever. But then she learns that stupid Elena, that god person or whatever the heck she was, the queen or whatever, actually didn't, like, was supposed to get rid of the keys and banish all the demons, but instead, when these thingies asked her, like, because she used it to seal him up instead, seal up the Dark King or whatever, because she was like, oh, like, I thought my dad was just stupid, and she was like, oh, I was solving the problem. Then these, like, immortal things that don't belong there, I don't know, maybe they're like the good guys, I don't know, we're like, now you owe us for freaking up our plans, because apparently her dad was supposed to use the Eye of Elaine and his life to seal the keys back in the gate, right? Elaine, everyone's been telling her there's no way to put the keys back in the gate. But she was literally, from the moment she was born, was supposed to end her life putting these keys back in the gate. That's crazy. I would have said, screw you. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. So she realized this before she got told this. She was like setting things in play. You know, she wanted them. Okay, so then Maeve kind of ruined her plans a little bit, captured her, and now she's like in an iron coffin, like she's like a vampire or something. I don't know. But now everyone's fucking pissed. But apparently, Elaine knew she wasn't coming back one way or another. She was gonna give up her life to put these keys back in the game. So crazy. So she was gonna do that anyway, so she had no intention of like fighting out this war. Anyway, she was gonna solve the problem and give her life doing that. But her back, so she married Rowan 2 days prior to her getting captured by Maeve, so that he could be king of T-Town, legally be king of T-Town. And you know what they were gonna do? Stop. Lysandra, because she's a shapeshifter, was gonna spend the rest of her life as freaking Elaine. And he was like, well, like, how are we gonna have kids? Like, they're gonna look nothing like Elaine. They were gonna use Aiden. Aiden and Lysandra were gonna have kids so that they would have Aiden's eyes. That's crazy. Kind of smart. But like also absolutely crazy. But she thought like everything out and she didn't tell anybody except like Lysandra. And before Maeve could take her, she slipped the keys in Manal's like jacket or whatever. So Maeve took her and she didn't even have the freaking keys. So I can't imagine what the heck is gonna happen. Also, Gravel and Lorcan were released from their blood oath. But the guy whose name starts with F wasn't, because she's like, I know you hate this stupid oath, so I think it'd be more punishment for you to live the rest of your life listening to this oath. So yeah, then what happened? The 13, Manon's dragon, right? She sent him away for a couple days because they were gonna go do something, and the crew on the ship was like, that stupid wyvern, whatever, right? So she's like, go away for a couple days while we go on this adventure to find this lock or whatever, and then come back in 4 days. He went to go get the other 13 witches. So now Manal's gonna go find all of the lost Cochrane witches, because she's the last Cochrane queen. She's gonna go find the witches, have them help out. That Welland place came, her cousin came to help out. The silent assassins. Then also that girl Ansel, who owes her a life death because she didn't off her, came to help. So now she's got what, 4 people, and I guess now kind of like Rowan's family, because they were like on ships, right? Like Elaine's ships were here, Maeve's ships were here. They started fighting, whatever, right? Rowan had snuck out the day before to ask his cousins, like, please help me turn on Maeve's ships. So after a bit of fighting, they turned around and started open firing on Maeve's ships. So I think now they're gonna help, like the Whitethorn family. I think that's what they were called. I don't know what's going on. I have a feeling Tower of Dawn is gonna be about Elaine being enslaved to Maeve or whatever, and whatever the heck she's gonna get up to over there. But also, like, what happened to Charcoal? Not once did they bring up Charcoal in this entire book. I think they forgot about him. I have no idea. So we will find out whatever happened to him in Tower of Dawn, I guess. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, feel free to like and comment down below. If you didn't, feel free to leave a hate comment. I'd love to hear your opinion, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.